Hi, this is Joni, in this case, aka The Simple Shrink. This is the beginning, the first episode of a series I'm going to do. It's going to be called The Simple Shrink. Why? Because I am a mental health practitioner and because it's the lowest funded, the newest form of medicine, actually, you'd be surprised. Always first to go, when the funds are cut, there's just a world of people. They have no idea how to navigate the mental health world, and I have been at the doctor. I'm reasonably smart. However, I have said to them myself, and I mean just straight, plain serious, can you please repeat that in English or Spanish? I'm going to throw in a little French, that's okay. Seriously. Just seriously, don't do me any good and tell it where I can't understand it, and I find because the mental health world is so swamped, or there's not one to speak of, or this is so high. By state, some of the states barely even have a mental health system, and people are just dying in the streets, and they don't know where to turn, and I just wanted to provide access where people can get some, simple info, because I get so frustrated. I just want some info. Can you tell me who can? This is what I aim to do with this series. Some of the first episodes I'm going to do are going to be, let's talk about how to pick a practitioner. What do all those letters mean anyway? All these alphabets after people's names. How do I know what to pick? And different things like that in the future. I want to do even question and answer sessions. And this isn't therapy. It's not what do I do about my girlfriend? I don't know. Wait, you have a girlfriend? But anyway, more like just question and answer about mental health in general. Like, say, I just received a diagnosis of major depressive disorder. That sounds scary. What does that mean? What do I do? Just question and answer. But what else do I have here? Because I get off track really easily. Yes, I'll, talk about, the different mental health diagnoses. And if you have questions, I'll answer anything that I can. I've got quite a few years of experience. If I don't know about something, I'll find out, or I'll get you a resource to find out. Just quite a few things that I wanted to address in my first sessions, but I think now I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't sit here and talk about the mental health effects of COVID-19. So what's happening about that? A lot of people are off work. That can mess with people. It's obviously going to cause anxiety, depression. Some people may end up, they take up some bad habits they've sworn off, and acting out. Basically, they don't know what to do. And mental health appointments, they're being canceled. Yeah, it's the newest form of medicine to be recognized, the least funded, always, and the first thing to go. I made an appointment, and then they call and they said, well, because of blah, 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 we can't see you till April. It's probably going to be pushed back. As a professional, I understand. But to me, I think no one needs that more than now. People are getting their therapy visits canceled. And then here's the kicker. They lost their jobs. They don't have any insurance. How's that? Oh, it just ticks me off so bad. And people that may be already prone to, say, some depression, anxiety, that type, you know, it's going to be made worse right now. People are worried sick about their loved ones, or they are sick, or they're kind of feeling bad. God, you know what? Don't let it be that, just constant anxiety. And I admit it, I symptom check every morning. Okay, well, I have this, well, it can't be this, and it's just because I have people that depend on me. But, and then the quarantine, the isolation, there are people that are isolated just alone. And I hope so much they at least have some internet access, talk to anybody. You don't have friends? Make some friends online. And I guarantee you, if you get on some of the social, and I'm just going to suggest Facebook, the social media, and just look up, say, depression support group, there are a wealth of online support groups, and it helps. I currently volunteer for a prevention group online, and I have just realized I've talked to people from all over the world, and they just don't know what to do. They don't even know how to start getting the help they need, or it was so unavailable for so long. They just feel they're at the end of their options and they don't know what to do. So if you're feeling more anxious than usual, I mean, I'm guaranteeing you, even diagnoses like ADHD can be affected by this. Good God, we're stuck inside. Jeez. I mean, I'm lucky right now to live out in the rural and I can actually go outside. I'm not going to infect the grass or the trees. They kind of make me sick sometimes, but allergies. But then even if somebody may have anxiety and depression, but even if they have PTSD, and we will talk about that another episode, boy, is that a hot topic. I mean, it's all, the symptoms are all going to be exacerbated by this. I get choked up. This is such an important topic. I don't want people to not have the help they need. Isolation is such a killer. Really, they put people in SEG, in prison, and they get out. They didn't feel like they had anything to live for in the first place. And then, okay, what did that do? I don't know. That's a whole other topic. But basically, I mean, it's not SEG, thank goodness. But there's people just feeling so alone right now. And people that have families and they're sick and they can't take care of their children. They can't hug their children. They can't hug their spouse, and they just have to be in a room alone. And yeah, it may be funny to FaceTime somebody in the other room. Hey, bring me the salt or whatever, Did you eat all the candy? That kind of crap. But when you have to, and that's the only way you can sit there and communicate with your loved ones for 14 days, it will seem like forever. We may need to talk about coping skills, but I do want to tell you, you're feeling more anxious, you're feeling more depressed, and I hate this word, I don't believe in it. I was going to say it's normal for this situation. Because normal, well, yeah, some people say the setting on a washer. Yes, good job. However, it also means something that is regularly occurring, that occurs very often. So this is, it would be regular for somebody in isolation. And aside from COVID-19, like, say, you have a friend that's a senior citizen, they may feel this way all the time. Man, it's been an eye-opener for sure. But if you're feeling more symptoms, more symptomatic, it's to be expected. So this is what I want you to do. I just want you to be patient with yourself. Now is not the time to be hard on yourself. I'm crazy. Oh my God, something's really wrong with me. Not really. Not really. You're going through what people all over the world are going through right now. I just hate for people to feel so anxious and alone. But I guarantee it. If you have internet at all, get on there, find somebody positive to talk to, listen to music, play stupid games for hours. Man, I do that. Yeah, I keep getting the top score. I got time on my hands. But the biggest tool you have is to talk to somebody. And one person I was talking to, I mean, what I could offer him, he was really, really depressed. And what I could offer him, suicide hotline, and there was something else. But because right now, I was thinking I'm going to find him some support groups in his local area. However, they're not meeting. But what I did find, at least in the major cities, a lot of these, you might Google, say, anxiety support groups, Houston, Texas, or wherever. And I found a space for him that right now they're meeting by video and some by phone. Even for those of you, us, I'm one of those, that are 12-steppers, they are doing virtual meetings, and man, is that a help. It really is. Really use your skill at finding things online. We can't meet in person, but we can be very creative, and I am really surprised and proud of the groups that, instead of just stopping, that they are going ahead and they're not going to follow the trend. They're going to go ahead and extend a hand, so to speak, virtually or by phone, and use it. And I know this funny thing about depression, well, it's not funny, but it's the disease, and it is a medical illness. We know that now. It's actually a physical illness. A lot of the mental health is. But what do? Cut the funding and push us aside. But still, almost every person that has it, the disease tells you it tells you, like, something's wrong with me. I'm the only person that feels this way. Because everybody, it looks so good, but you don't know what they're going through. I mean, they may shut their office door and cry the whole lunch hour. I mean, who knows? You don't really know. But it's the disease that tells you you're weird. I'll just say it in first person. Mine says, you are stupid. You're incapable. You're really useless. And I try to keep my intellect up front, because feelings aren't facts. It's a good thing. But it's the disease that's going to continually insult you every day of your life. It's going to just want you to think you're the only one that has it. But you keep in mind, it is a physical illness. There are some groups that say, well, if you will just follow this religion. I don't knock religion. I am more spiritual. I'm not about to tell somebody, well, if you will just go to this church and just praise and it'll go away. It really won't. It may lay dormant for a while. The chemicals. There's chemicals in the brain. They're not right. They're not balanced. Okay, you take, the best example is like a diabetic insulin patient. Their pancreas has an imbalance. They're not making the insulin. And a really good therapist I went to when I was young, she told me that. I didn't really believe it. I thought it was kind of a weakness, but I tried to remember what she said. And the fact is, now we know, well, The View has been made more popular, that now it's a physical illness, it's a medical illness. And I mean, what if I'm in a car accident? Boy, I've got a medical issue. I got to go to the ER. I'm not saying you need to go to the ER. Probably not. But I mean, or maybe it's just bad enough I can just go to the doctor's office and get checked. Are you going to tell me, oh, sorry about that particular medical illness. We can't help you with that one right now? No. They do it with mental health all the freaking time. And so like I said, we'll make you aware of some resources. People lost their insurance. My family, we lost insurance too. I was so grateful. We had it till the end of the month yesterday. But I was able to get on the ach.gov and find some for a decent price. But let me tell you, it was no picnic. It wasn't even easy at all. And then I had to prove that, I was rejected by my state's couple of types of charitable insurance. Thank you. Now is the best time for that. Thank you very much. But anyway, I stayed calm and we got the insurance at a reasonable price. However, not everybody will. And then if you tend to visit one of these community clinics where they might do it free or on a sliding scale, I don't know if they may be canceling their mental health too. And I guess maybe they're afraid. You're sitting in a closed room with someone. Get a bigger office. Let them use the big offices. Wear a mask if you need to. Sit across the freaking room. I mean, I would be willing to do that. However, I didn't really want to leave you without any resources. Please don't read backwards. Can you see it? Oh! You can't see it. I'll do better next time. National Suicide Hotline. Anybody can Google that. 800-273-8255. 800-273-8255. I want to tell you, people have said they've been put on hold, and when I understand it from two sides, because the people are volunteers. They're not paid. And there's not ever going to be enough. There's never enough volunteers, usually. And, they don't know on the phone how long it's going to take to talk one person down. But then, I swear to you, this is how this is. A long time ago, I lived in this little bitty town. I'm showing my age. This is before 911. And in the parking lot, I was getting ready to go to work. My freaking car catches on fire. So I look up the blanking fire department in the phone book, and this would only happen to me. Dee, you have reached a number that is no longer in service. Thank you. But at least we had information, or I dialed the operator or something. But by then, I put the fire out. It's not like that with people. So that's one alternative for you. You can try that. You might get through. Now, here's another one. Look up text, crisis text line. And this is very, very easy. Even if you don't have a smartphone, you can text 741-741. And I'll tell you what, I used it one time. They texted me directly. I mean, within just like 2 or 3 minutes. And I found it was, I was dealing with somebody online, and it said, do you need help to try to help somebody? And I thought, well, yeah, I kind of do. And it didn't tell me anything I didn't know. But if I had wanted to just talk to somebody, they were on it. I don't know if any of you have had any experiences, but that was a good one. However, man, I should have made this bigger so y'all could read it. I'll list these in the comments. This is online. There has been online therapy all along, and I'm thinking it may be the next main thing. However, there's some that take insurance, and some of them you have to have cash. You have to be able to pay. I want to say like, some of them are like $32, $36 a week, which really is not more than an office copay for some insurance. But right now, people are without jobs. But I mean, it is an option for you. There's one, this is all run together, betterhelp.com, however you Google that. But I mean, I've heard radio commercials about it, and I'm not sure. Maybe it's Talkspace. Talkspace.com is another one. Is the swimmer Michael Phelps said that he used. It might have been that one. Some of them will do text therapy, which I think as a user would be pretty convenient. And you know what? I don't think those cost for text, and I could be wrong. But there's one, I didn't know about this one. I just listed under the 5 best online counseling. Faithfulcounseling.com, which is Christian based, if that's what you're interested in. What's that? Talkspace. I didn't know about this one. Teencounseling.com. And I think that could be nice if you're young, and you talk to somebody, but maybe you don't necessarily want to tell mom or dad some of these things, or you want to hash it out first. I think that would be good. This one I did not know about. Regain.com, and they specialize in relationship counseling. And guess what? I bet they could make some bank after some of these couples are in quarantine for so long. They're going to make bank. That is hilarious. But again, if you need something, most probably free of charge, just Google like this. This is what I did. I put the town name. I'm just going to use Houston for an example. Houston, and then whatever you want to put, depression, ADHD, Houston mental health support groups. God, there'd be a lot. And one of the first ones that I saw, well, actually, I think it was the second one, and they're the ones that were doing, well, and this was, like I said, this is in just one specific town, where I hope they're all doing it. They have the virtual meetings, because I was talking to one guy, and he can't get out, and I haven't heard from him how that worked, but I hope he found something. And here's another thing. These are, well, National Suicide Hotline. I don't know about 741. I mean, those are American numbers. If any of you watching are in other countries, if you would like to list some crisis lines for other countries, you'd be doing a huge favor to everyone. I would appreciate it if y'all would do that in the comments. We all need to help each other. So we're come to the end of this episode. You know why? Because even an adult's attention span is like 20-30 minutes. But you didn't know that. Just try going to one of your office meetings. Time it. Okay, until then, please be very, very good to yourself. Thank you.